This is a disclaimer before you watch the video. If you enjoy watching or making scripted content through any medium, including Minecraft, that's great. I'm not going to condemn anybody for the content that they enjoy watching, and was only stating my opinion as a viewer. I also want to say that these creators are doing hard work, and if what they do earns them a living, more power to them. I actually used to talk to a bunch of creators that do stuff like this, including TommyInnit and Tubbo, and occasionally I still do. That being said, today's rant is about stans. According to Dream, stans are a group of people trying to meet other people with similar interests while expressing this interest through shared morals, love, and creativity. Now today, I'm going to be making the point that those last three words couldn't be any farther from the truth. With that out of the way, let's go. I remember back in 2013 when I was a part of a Gary's Mod Trouble in Terrorist Town recording group, and if you don't know what that game is, it's basically Among Us 6 years before Among Us came out, and if anybody here plays on Hypixel, it's similar to Murder Mystery. And I didn't participate in the skits, so like with Among Us, there's a lot of little skits that happen during recording sessions. People make up scenarios and they, have fake arguments about these scenarios, and I did not vibe with that. Honestly, instead of actually partaking in any of the stuff they were saying or doing, I just wanted to win the game.
He is hiding.
Max, hold still, Max.
No.
I see through your ploy. Yep, wasn't Max. All right, it's not me either. I just checked.
Sleeping.
Oh god. Wait, stop.
No, I'm not stopping. That arrangement did not last long, as you can imagine. I do not record with that group anymore. As of 2013 even, like at the end of that year, I was not talking with them anymore. I actually did, believe it or not, make Minecraft roleplay content at one point. Hello?
Hello?
Hi,
Hello?
who are you?
Who are you?
So, my name is ThirtyVirus.
How did you get here?
Well, the story is a bit complicated. Let's just say this is not my
What
world.
did you do with the builder boy? What did you do with him?
It's only been like 2 videos though, briefly. And frankly, I couldn't get over the cringe factor. No hate to Psycho Girl, which is the person that I was recording with. As I said, roleplay content is difficult to make, and what I thought was cringy is content for some people. Obviously, I would have not been the target demographic for this content, but it's still content nonetheless. Psycho Girl is actually a personality that spawned from, I believe it was an MC Jams song, and the character was so popular that the person I met is partnered with MC Jams to become this character, and that's like her whole thing, is to be this character from the song. And it comes down to everything from like contact lenses and wigs and like all the stuff surrounding your setup and the face cam, reflecting that character. It's definitely, at the time, it was something I'd never seen before, and I did appreciate the effort that went into it, but me being me, I found it cringy as content. But again, no hate towards her. What she did was pretty successful at the time, and a lot of people liked it. She's actually the person that off camera had a conversation with me talking about how to brand myself. Back then I was a Minecraft cave spider as my profile picture and banner, and around 2018 I rebranded to the hacker man with the green background. All of that started because of a conversation I had with her. So no hate towards her whatsoever. She actually helped in a big way to get this channel to where it is. But anyway, when I was finding myself as a person, I discovered that I don't really like role-playing, and I prefer to operate in an environment with set rules that doesn't rely on pretending for something to feel real. That's why I never got into games like Among Us. I would never watch Among Us content, and that is why right now I do not watch Stream SMP. I pride myself on being me in videos and on social media. If I have something on my mind, chances are my audience is gonna know about it. In my opinion, the idea of being a character in videos and streams goes against what YouTube was made for. That being said, YouTube isn't obligated to always be some person making home videos, but I can't help but feel like as the years go on, the site is turning more into what it was originally made to replace, and that's cable TV. But that's not why I'm making this video. The content is what it is, and my preferences are my preferences, but my problem with this situation is with the aggressive response to my tweet by Dream Stans. and even some creators. A few days ago, I made a tweet with the expectation of sharing my opinion with my audience. Me being a 23-year-old dude, I said that Minecraft roleplay is cringe, you know? That's not that groundbreaking an opinion to have, in my opinion. What followed was the biggest dumpster fire you could possibly imagine. It's no secret that the Stan community has a bad reputation for lashing out at people to defend their beloved creators, oftentimes taking things way too far. So what exactly happened when I stated my admittedly pretty tame opinion on Twitter? Again, I just said cringe. I didn't say that the people were bad. I didn't say the content was bad. I didn't say that anyone should be ashamed to watch it. I just said it was cringe. Well, usually each tweet of mine is sent out to my followers in mostly the Hypixel community, and typically 300 to 500 people will like each tweet. This tweet was directed at my audience since I try my best to be a personality-driven content creator, and I figured that I get their take on my opinion. Now, sharing your opinions on things is part of being a personality-driven YouTuber, and oftentimes when you are trying to be you and not some character, everything's not going to be positive. I know positivity on the internet is a good thing, but every now and again, you gotta be a human. You can't just be a yes man and, you know, not point out things that you see as, in my case, cringe, but sometimes more severe things. Like if I think something's wrong, I'm going to speak out about it. That's what this whole series is. That's what 30Virus Rant stands for. Out of nowhere, the tweet blew up. So no longer was the tweet directed from me to my audience. Suddenly that tweet was thrown up to the top of Minecraft as a topic on Twitter. Like if you were to click on Minecraft or topic Minecraft, my tweet was literally right there, which is terrifying. Tens of thousands of people ended up liking the tweet, and there were so many replies that I physically could not scroll down far enough to see them all without using Twitter's advanced search. I guess there's a hard limit on how many replies you can see. I didn't even know that, but yeah. It's obviously 33,000 likes on a tweet means that it was a relatable thing. I'm not the only one that thinks that roleplay is cringe. So, I mean, of course I'm not. So it's cool to see that people agree with me, but what's not cool is just how far-reaching this tweet was and the type of attention I was collecting. Now, this turned from me just sharing my opinion to people thinking I was attacking roleplay, which is not what I intended. You know, saying roleplay is cringe is literally 3 words, and cringe isn't even that negative of a word. So, you know, you could see the bind I was put in. When my tweet escaped into the wild, thousands of stans came to defend their beloved fake characters doing fake things in fake videos uploaded by members of the Dream SMP. Again, my opinion is not that you should be condemned for liking the content, but I personally can't stand watching it for the same reason that you would wince by taking a look at some old home videos of yourself when you were 8, coming up with scenarios, acting, and, you know, I appreciate the effort that goes into, you know, script writing and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, it's in Minecraft. I can't get past that, you know? I can't get past the fact that it's Minecraft. All right. Again, my personal opinion, but people don't seem to care about that part. Anyway, just calling it cringe was enough to start a firestorm. Probably the most common reply that I got was people saying, "Any askers?" Over 33,000 people liked that tweet. Of course, there are, quote, any askers. But if you really want to think about it technically, who asks for a tweet? Like, who asks for any tweet? I mean, people don't often request a tweet. They just see one. People feel the need to tweet and then people reply. So any askers is kind of a dumb question. But even in a scenario that, you know, where that phrase could be turned into, instead of any askers, you know, a less brain dead way to say it would be no one cares, which is what a lot of people said. But again, people care because there's over 3,000 replies, 33,000 likes. So your argument is basically you just baby rage. They're mad. I said something bad about their favorite thing, so of course they got to attack me, which, you know, is just the tip of the iceberg with this community. I wouldn't even say community, this very violent subsection of the community. There are probably, watching this video right now, plenty of Dream SMP fans that are fine with one person thinking that it's cringe, or even 33,000 people thinking it's cringe. You know what? They enjoy what they enjoy, and they're secure enough to be okay with that. Some people just, you know, they can't take it. Anyway, people attacked me personally for unrelated things, one of which actually came from a really active account, surprisingly. Not just active, but popular. And they made a "your mom" joke in 2021, which is just about the most immature thing you could possibly imagine. But like, look at this account. They have 1,000 followers. They made their profile picture George. And just looking at the retweets and the likes, it's all about the SMP. Every single one. And it's like, dude, like, what are you doing? How could someone so immature and leech the audience? It's not even their audience. I guess Dream SMP, mostly George I'm seeing, but like, damn. It's scary to see somebody that is only a fan and gets like 4,000 plus likes each tweet just for being a fan. But again, that doesn't sound like a problem in itself, but I'll explain later. Also, some people were calling me feminine. They were saying my private parts were small. Like, people they just say completely unrelated things. And like, yeah, what does any of that have to do with, you know, me saying that something is cringe? I don't know, but they're obviously they're using middle school style attacks straight off the bus in middle school, you know. Many of them said I was jealous. They were trying to throw numbers at me to prove a point, like, oh, you're not the one getting 600,000 viewers on your stream. Yeah, that's true. I don't get 600,000 viewers per stream. And you know what? I'm okay with that because I have my own audience and I'm making a living doing what I love. And, you know, it just so happens that what I love is not roleplay. It is just playing the game and being a sweat at playing the game. And you know what? I like to make my own stuff from time to time. And I like to voice my opinions. And that's what I like to do. For example, right? The Wiggles, a kid's show they ran in the early 2000s, made over $240 million over 12 years. And I couldn't give a crap. It's a show made for children. And ever since I was 9, it's been cringy to me. And I never watched it. And that's my opinion as a viewer. If the little kids enjoy watching the Wiggles, it affects me in no way whatsoever. I'm not jealous of what they make. I mean, good for them. They made $240 million. And that's the same case here. I do find it funny that some of them said I was irrelevant. Again, going back into the jealousy thing. Meanwhile, this past year, I've gotten over 100 million views on all of my videos. Again, I don't want to flex, but I have to prove these people wrong. And a week ago, I peaked at 15,000 concurrent viewers on a stream. Now, let me ask you, generic Twitter stan, how many views have you gotten? Not your creator, because I know that the line's a little blurry between the creator and yourself. Like, the sense of identity is very, very small. I'm asking you, the human behind the screen, not the creator you represent. How many views have you gotten? How many streams have you done? How many videos have you made? How much experience do you have making content? 0 is the answer. And some of these people do make content, and you know what? It's clips taken from the streams of the creators that they like. They re-upload them and leech views. One of the weirdest things I've seen in this whole fiasco is kind of neutral, honestly, but I wanted to point it out just because of how bizarre it was, and that's artists leeching off of the drama to clout chase. I'm not going to say they're uncreative. I'm not going to say they're bad. Like, these are pretty high quality images, and if I was one of these creators, I'd be stoked to see this. But just because they're talented doesn't mean that they're exempt from basically what they're doing, just being like, you know, let's say you are making a YouTube channel, right? You have 15,000 subs, you get like, I don't know, 1,000 views a video. And then you go into PewDiePie's comment section and say, hey, I have a new channel. I make videos every day. This is no different. Nobody wants to see you advertising. Now, good for you. If your art gets likes and stuff, that's cool. But at the same time, it's very weird. It's very strange to me. This might even be more common than the any askers thing. Like a bunch of seagulls. Like, that's the best way I could describe it. Just a whole flock of them, thousands of them, squawking out the same cringy phrase over and over. And based on the wording, it's probably said by Tommy. I'm not sure. No hate to Tommy, but this is kind of what his character's all about. So I'm, you know, he does what he does, but this sounds like a Tommy quote. I I don't know. I don't watch this stuff, but the lack of creativity is just amazing in these stands that they just copy paste the same quote in probably over like 400 tweets. I'm not even exaggerating. Now, I want to bring attention to one tweet specifically, and it's kind of, the best way I could describe it is baby rage. What I don't want from this video is people to attack these people on Twitter, right? What they're doing might be cringy. It might be childlike. It might be irresponsible. It might be aggressive, but reciprocating that energy is bad. I'm just here demonstrating what the stands do to everybody that does this. Okay, I'm not the only one. And again, all I said was that roleplay was cringe. Remember that. Anyway, these tweets are so aggressive. They're like, hey, you got your attention that you wanted. Feel better about yourself now that you've made teenagers feel like crap for what they enjoy? That is not what I said. Doesn't feel so great on your conscience to make fun of successful content creators because you can't accept the fact that you're not successful like them. Very, very aggressive and accusatory and frankly wrong. I've already said that I have more than enough success on my own to be able to make a living and live happily, and I'm not jealous of these people. I never took a shot at the creators or the audience. I said that it was cringe in the same way that Teletubbies is cringe, in the same way that the Wiggles is cringe. It's made for kids. It goes a step further, man. I mean, here's the thing though, there's a lot of replies to this tweet that are basically making fun of them for being so aggressive. One thing that I'm not showcasing is that a lot of these angry tweets do have people with a brain replying and being like, hey, he's just stating his opinion. Why are you doing that? But anyway, I mean, look at this person's Twitter. Again, no hate, but I'm gonna be frank. I think they need help. That's all I'm gonna say. When you're tweeting like 12 times a day about the same 5 people, that's obsessive. All right, that's all I'm saying. And you know what? You wouldn't have opened yourself up to this if you weren't so freaking aggressive on Twitter. People wouldn't care. It's one thing if you're just minding your business, right? But if you're shooting shots like that and showing your age, this person can't be any older than like 14. They can't. Also, can we get an F in the comments for the failed ratio attempts? This is my favorite thing that's happened so far, is all the people that attempted. The only people who actually managed to ratio me is one of Dream's friends. I think, I don't know. I don't watch the content because, I was off put by him, what I said. He replied with something that was, pretty aggressive. Again, I was stating my opinion and he called it hate, which that's a stretch. I'm gonna be completely honest, it's a stretch. Also, this guy had 17 times my Twitter following, so of course his tweet got more likes than mine. Like, of course he's gonna get more likes than me. But I find this tweet concerning because he's using his massive audience to attack a smaller creator for speaking out against his opinion, which is actually the sentiment of most of his replies. Like, most of the replies to that tweet were talking against that. It's like, well, again, just his opinion. Why are you sending people to attack this guy? Whatever. The other ratio is from Dubbo, who actually understood that my tweet wasn't an attack, but just an opinion. He had a sarcastic reply, and he even liked my tweet and the response I made afterwards. So he gets it. And me and Tubbo, we haven't spoken much, but, we've spoken good between the both of us. I don't think he has a problem with me. I don't have a problem with him. I think we've seen enough. Stans, the aggressive ones on Twitter at least, are a hive mind of insecure children who have no sense of self and have nothing better to do than attack anyone with a dissenting opinion. Now that is a blanket statement. Is that true for every single one of them? No. But if you were to pick randomly amongst the crowd, pick one out, look at their profile, I bet it's gonna look like that. Is there anything that could be done about it? Not by us, no. If anything is to be done about the stands, creators need to speak out against these attacks made by their fans on their behalf. One thing that is reassuring is that Dream actually did recently speak out against these same toxic stands shipping creators and drawing not safe for work stuff about these creators, some of which are minors, which is extremely illegal, honestly disgusting. But yeah, it's a good thing to see him speak out about that sort of thing. That being said, there's still a lot of work to be done. But on the other end, I'm afraid that creators like Dream and his friend, like you saw, they abuse their power by sending these stands to do their bidding, such as the case with the speedrunning fiasco. Now, that's a different drama altogether. I'm not getting into it, but, you know, the way he just blatantly attacks these people is concerning, considering he's one of the biggest people on Twitter, like, period. So, yikes. It's also concerning to see a few fellow content creators attack me again for 3 words. Just that was enough to get people like Verb and even Tap L to be extremely aggressive again and sending their followers to attack me. Not cool, especially Tap L. I like his content, but that was a yikes. Anyway, if you're a stan, you seriously do need to reevaluate what you're doing on the internet. Some creators, such as a streamer named Josh, would make the point that you are mentally unwell. I don't necessarily want to send out a blanket statement like that, but I do think that what most of you are doing is unhealthy, and it could be a sign of some issues, especially with the more baby rage-esque replies. I've spoken privately with a dozen creators about this, and many times the topic of mental health came up. Look, you're allowed to like someone online, but when I click on your profile and I see reams and reams of likes and tweets about the same 5 to 10 people, dozens a day, it's obsessive. And finally, people are allowed to like and dislike things. Don't be ashamed to like Dream SMP or any of the creators in Dream SMP. And for that matter, any scripted roleplay Minecraft content. But when someone says they don't like it, it doesn't give you permission to be a garbage person and try to tear them down on social media. I operate under a policy that I learned from my experiences in Hypixel Skyblock, mostly the forums, and it's don't take criticism from someone you wouldn't take advice from. This is not my quote. I took it from somewhere. I don't know who it is, unfortunately, but people on the internet don't know everything about you, and they can't accurately make a judgment of your character based on a single tweet. That being said, this drama did not bother me. The people that said I was irrelevant, the people that said that my family had problems, that I had problems, that I was insecure, whatever, they don't know me. All they saw was that tweet, and they reacted aggressively because I spoke out against something they like. So I don't take it personally because they can't possibly make that judgment with that much information. So that's been helping to, you know, I've just been moving on with my life. This tweet hasn't really affected me mentally in any way, which is good. Maybe in another universe, I would have liked Dream's videos, you know, the challenges and the Hunters versus Speedrunner videos. But with this toxic stan community, which by the way, has been around a lot longer than this, it's been around for over a year. All right. This is the first time I've had a scuffle with them, but they've been around. This toxic stan community, it puts me off. I don't want to be a part of it. This video is probably going to get dislike bombed by the stans. So do your part and leave a like and subscribe if you enjoy my content. If you think I missed something or you have your own experience, let me know in the comments. And yeah, I guess that's it. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys later.